All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go. Wait, 80! I got you.
On first down, Garoppolo. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
13.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Check. Watch the edge.
Hey, alert!
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Open receiver, that's Caden Smith, the tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40.
You go tight. You got tight right there.
21. Here we go. Lock.
To throw is Garoppolo. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there on the first down.
65.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Throwing on 2nd down, Garoppolo, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Darnold from the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Person. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
A gain of 14. First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Anthony Brown there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I don't think you got it, son.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
53 to Mike. 53. Waiting. Here we go. Set. Kill. Big edge. Set.
3rd and long. It's Darnold. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Here we go. 180.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go, dear.
11.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Coleman. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Ward. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a...
Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and it's picked up by the Steelers. Does the big boy have the juice? And he cuts it back, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. The Browns drive about to get started. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in, so a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak that the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. No score after one on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset. Draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the play?
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to...
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On the carry, it's Chubb, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Darnold. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The stop was made by Jannard Avery.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo on the screen. This is Coleman. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Switch. 13.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Crowder now to return. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory. But that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
To throw is Darnold. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Alert 3, alert 3.
11.
Check point 3.
6-6. Pull it high.
They begin the drive with Coleman. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
53. Mike, 53. Pick me up. Here we go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Zadarius Smith able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
53 is the mic. Got one.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And it's the Cowboys that have moved out to an early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on second down. Darnold. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On first down, it's Darnold. And a Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now. And this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, it's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Here we go. Bravo. Here we go.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Person. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
First down.
Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Back to throw, Darnold. They set up the screen to Chubb. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To the air again, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. So we've come to halftime at a 5-point game, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Carlson now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. They'll try to draw now with Chubb. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They run it again with Chubb, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Chubb. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Darnold. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Darnold. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Switch up. Check 9, check 9. Hey, ladies. Check 24. Watch 24.
Faking the give, Darnold. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
53 is the mic. Here we go, G.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Here we go. 80.
Check 53 is Mike.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Switch gears, switch gears.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Here we go. 180.
Number 53, Mike.
12.
Off QB.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo. That's caught by Howard. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 34.
Hey, alert 3.
21.
Sponge. No.
X3. 218. Chop ahead.
Garoppolo. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 20. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't good. You're picking dandelions.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Steelers' 33-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And again, it's Chubb. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Chubb. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wondered, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good 3-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This is fielded at the goal line.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Around the NFL, 3rd quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. And it's the Saints that have moved out ahead. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Here we go.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Man, I got you. Bang, 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 bang.
11. Yes.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Complete. Smith has it. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
A gain of 1. brings up third down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
53's mine. Hey, pick your game up.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Zadarius Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Crunch time, defense. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Hey, Haywood.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. All right, T, let's
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Now it's Crowder. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. And Darnold, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd down and 12. Darnold from the gun. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Back. 21.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, it's a wobbler here. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. Now the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Darnold on 3rd down. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Here we go. 180.
We got 4.
This is Brown on the carry. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's it, baby.
Now, there's a great example of why he gets the ball in certain situations. Who's going to take that big guy on? Breaks a couple of tackles and picks up a nice gain.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Montgomery.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play you did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Garoppolo now. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, They frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run. Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Cleveland, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, what else is new? They fall again. That's now 10 straight losses to start the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.